Hello and welcome back, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Charlie and today I have a joyful Vinyasa flow for you. This is an intermediate yoga class focused on backbends and hip openers. You won't need any props for this class, just your body and the mat. When you're ready, let's get into it. We're going to start in child's pose, so you can take your knees together or have them a little wider if you prefer. And then coming into child's pose, slowing things down as we begin our practice here. Find a steady breath. Give yourself this next few moments to let go of your day. Focus your attention on yourself. Just forgetting about anything that's gone before, anything that's to come. As you settle into the present, see if you can relax your body a little more. Can you soften your belly? Relax your shoulders. Find that sense of surrender. Turn your head to the right, thread your left arm under your right, and reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Create a fist with your hand, start to roll out your wrist, going a few times clockwise. And then anti-clockwise. Come back through child's pose. Then thread your right arm under your left. Reach your left arm up, create a fist with the hand and start to roll out your wrist. Going a few times in each direction. And then coming back into your child's pose. Walk your hands into your knees, lift yourself up. And keep your big toes touching, come up into a toe stand with the knees wide. And you can just start to knock your knees side to side here, staying low to the ground. If the balance is there, bring your hands to your knees, staying as low as you can. And finally, we'll pause here, bring opposite hand to opposite knee and round chin into chest. Let the spine round, holding. Good. Bring your knees together, hug the backs of your legs and come up into a forward fold. So you can keep a little bend in the knees if the hamstrings are tight, no need to force anything. Give yourself time to arrive. And then when you do, you might want to continue loosening up, just pedaling out the legs. Releasing any tension down the posterior chain of the body. Good, then find your forward fold, hold it here, take a few deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Walk the hands forwards, come into plank. Lower your right knee, come into a supported side plank on your right. Reaching up through the left fingertips. Slowly push the floor away, windmill the arms, come up and over to gate pose. Exhale, come back to supported side plank. Keep that going a few times with your breath. Finding your flow. Good. Now lower the left hand, turn to face forwards. Lift the left leg. Bend the elbows in towards the side ribs. Lower your chin to the mat. Hold 3, 2, 1. Push the floor away. Lower the left knee down. Moving into supported side plank on your left. Reaching the right arm up. Then push the floor away. Windmill, come over to gate pose. And back to your supported side plank. Keep that going. Just finding a little graceful movement as we warm up the body. Then lower the right hand down, face forwards, lift your right leg. Lower the chin to the mat and hold 3, 2, 1. And push the floor away. Right knee comes down. Back to supported side plank on your right this time. This time, instead of cartwheeling the arms, we're gonna spin round in front of you. Come over to the left. And then draw a half circle again over to the right. If it feels good, you could add in a little back bend, reaching behind you as you go side to side. One more. And then coming back to your supported side plank, left hand comes down. Turn to face forwards, lower your chin to the mat and hold 3, 2, 1. This time slither forwards, come through to Sphinx or Cobra. Big breath in here. Exhale back to tabletop. Supported side plank on your left. Again, sweeping in front of you to come up and over through gate pose. And then back. Adding in a little back bend if it feels good. No need to force it if it doesn't. And then lowering the right hand down, lower the chin to the mat, hold 3, 2, on 1, slither forwards to your Sphinx or your Cobra. Big breath in here. With your exhale, push all the way back to downward dog. Give yourself the next few breaths to move in any way that feels good. Find that sense of joy. Connecting with your body and your breath. Doesn't need to look a certain way. Doesn't need to be a certain way. Just focus on finding what feels good. Then right foot steps forwards, coming into your low lunge. Left arm reaches back to catch the lower left leg. Right arm reaches overhead, coming into a back bend. Inhale here. On your exhale, sweep forwards. Right hand comes to right side, left arm reaches back. Inhale here. Exhale, sweep, moving to the left. Keep it going. Exhale to the right. Few more times each side, continuing to warm up your body. Okay, bring both hands to the mat, straighten the front leg, fold over your leg, half split. If you need more space, scooch the foot further forwards. Lift your chest halfway, left hand stays planted, right arm reaches up as you twist to the right. Squeeze the inner thighs together for stability. Shift your weight left as you sweep the right leg all the way back, catch the foot to come into tiger pose. Kicking the foot up towards the sky and pause. Beautiful. Release the foot. Come back to downward facing dog. Take a few breaths. Find any movements that you need to reset. Left foot steps forwards, coming to your low lunge. Right arm reaches back, left arm reaches overhead. Inhale. Exhale, sweep forwards, go over to your left. Inhale. Keep that flowing with your breath. Moving through a half circle. And then planting both hands, extend the front leg, come to your half split. If you need more space, edge the foot further forwards. Lift the chest, right hand stays planted, left arm reaches up as you twist. Squeeze the legs together for stability. Shift the weight right as you sweep your front leg back. Catch the foot to come into tiger pose. Kick the foot into your hand. Open your chest. And release, meeting me back in downward dog. Shaking it out if you need to. Step the left foot forwards and turn to the long side of your mat. Feet are parallel, folding in your straddle fold. You can walk the hands through the legs, bring the crown of the head to the mat. Hands come to hips. Inhale, lift all the way up. Open your feet, bend your knees, coming to goddess. Hands can come to the ears or maybe the backs of your heads. Then with each exhale, you'll crunch, bringing elbow to knee. Inhale, you lift up. Exhale to the other side. Keep it going. Move with control. Keep the hips low. One more to each side. Coming back through center, straighten the legs, bring feet parallel and fold all the way forwards. Hands can come down to the mat. Pause. Find your breath. Walk the hands to the right foot, spin your feet to face the short end of the mat, and fold over your right leg. Option to stay in stillness, so you could wave the spine on your inhale, lift the chest. On your exhale, fold, bring belly to thigh. Moving the breath through the body. One more of these. Good. Left hand stays planted, right hand catches the big toe. Move into your extended side plank, lifting the right leg up. You could always keep a bend in the knee if you need to make it more accessible. Keeping a hold of the foot, sweep the foot all the way forwards to come into your splits. If splits isn't in your practice, you could stay here. There's no need to go all the way. If it is, start to edge yourself down. Keep your hips square, draw right hip back, left hip forwards. Push the floor away, lift the hips, plant your front foot. Catch the back of the ankle, lift the back leg up into standing splits. Use the strength in the lifted leg. Point your toes. Lower the back foot down. Turn to the long side of your mat. Feet are parallel. Fold forwards in your straddle fold. Take a little break here, a little breather. Walk the hands to the left foot, spin your feet to the short end and fold over your left leg. Option to stay in stillness or wave the spine. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, you fold belly to thigh. One more. All right, hand stays planted, left hand holds the big toe, moving into your extended side plank. You could always keep a bend in the knee if you need to modify. Push the floor away. Keeping a hold of the foot, sweep it forwards, coming into your splits. Work splits from a place of accessibility. No need to force anything today. Just do what is there for you. Push the hands into the mat, lift the hips, plant the front foot. Catch the ankle as you sweep your back foot all the way up for standing splits. Steady your breath. Point your toes, lift the leg as high as you can. Beautiful, lower your back foot, spin to face the long edge. Take a breather in your wide forward fold. Walk the hands back over to your right foot, turn the feet to face the short end, and step back to your downward dog. Coming up onto the tips of your toes. Inhale, round your spine, ripple forwards, top of a high plank. Exhale, dip your belly, arch your back, push back to down dog. Keep that flowing. Waving the spine with each breath. One more. The next time you ripple forwards, lower down through chaturanga, make your way to your belly. Reach your arms back. Then lifting into locust, so arms lift, legs lift. Roll your shoulders back and hold. Using the strength in the back body, keep the legs lifted as high as you can. A few more breaths here. And release. Great work. Coming up into tabletop. And sitting the hips all the way back into a kneeling position. Set your knees about hips width wide. Rest the left hand by your left side. On your inhale, lift the hips, right arm reaches overhead. Exhale to come down. Moving to the right, same thing. Inhale, hips lift. Left arm reaches and come down. Keep that going like a carousel from side to side. Each time you may be able to go a little higher with the hips. Okay, coming back through center. Stand up on your knees. Hands can start at the lower back. And keeping your hips as far forward so that they're in line with your knees. With your exhale, roll the shoulders back. Think of rolling yourself into your back bend. Without forcing anything, just let it evolve naturally. Option to bring the hands to the heart center. Let your head tilt back. And pause. With your inhale slowly coming out, head lifts at last. Sit the hips down, rest hands on thighs, close your eyes. Take a moment in stillness, just let everything settle. Good. Sit over on your side, swing your legs forwards. And setting your feet a little bit wider than hips width, place the left hand behind you. On your inhale, lift up into reverse tabletop. Right arm reaches overhead and you could start to look down at your left hand. With your exhale, sit back down. Going to the right, so inhale, you lift, look down at the right hand. Keep that going, moving from side to side, kind of like a carousel, just like before. If you're starting to get really warm, you could even see if you can bring the opposite hand down to the mat. Working your way towards a wheel if it's in your practice. If it is, maybe take a few breaths in wheel. Stacking shoulders over wrists. Send your weight forwards towards your hands, opening the chest. And then coming back down. Keep your hands behind you for support. Knock your knees side to side. Moving through some twists after back bends, so let both knees fall to your left. Walk your hands behind you. You could stay up on your hands or come down to your forearms. Hold for a few breaths. Coming back through center, knees go to the right. Twist and pause. Turning back through center. Then lower your left leg so that it is level with your chest. And stack the right on top. Don't worry if your knee is all the way up here. This is going to work very differently for everybody. If that is the case, stay as you are. If you're more comfortable and your knee is lowering down, then you can walk your hands forwards and come into the fold. Work with your breath to work through any discomfort. And we'll switch. So right leg is on the bottom, left is on the top. This side may be very different to the other side, so take a moment just to work out what you need, whether it's more or less. And then we'll pause. Just focusing on the breath. And release. This time extend both legs out to the side, coming into a straddle. Keep your feet flexed, and then you can either stay just sitting or you could walk the hands forwards to go in a little deeper. Absolutely no need to force. There is no competition with this pose. If you decide that today, actually, you just want to stay sitting, that is okay. If there is more energy in the tank, there is always the option to fold and explore going deeper. But as I always like to remind people, this is not about forcing, it is about moving from feeling. Slowly coming out wherever you are. Legs may feel a little sensitive, so take your time as you bring them together. Then come and lie down on your back. So as you lie down, bend your knees, bring the feet together, open the knees wide. Hands can rest on belly, and we will close our practice here. So now that you know that this is the final pose, you can really go ahead and relax every part of your body. No need to hold yourself together here. Let it go. Bring your knees together and roll over on your side. Take as much time here as you need. When you're ready, meet me back in a comfortable seat with the eyes closed. Settle back into your space. Relax your shoulders down your back. We'll finish with a final breath to close our practice. Savor what energy we've cultivated. Starting with an inhale and an audible exhale. Flicker the eyes open. That completes the end of this class. I hope that you enjoyed it. I would love to hear your feedback. So if you do have a moment, please leave me a comment. It's always great to hear from you. I hope to see you again for the next one. Bye.